On December 5th at 6:30 p.m. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance tonight.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Member Molly. Liz. Here. Reed. Here. Allison Greeny.
Here.
Stowe. Cole. Lewis.
Here. Thank you. Approval of the agenda. I got an addition to the agenda under after councilman privilege, we're going to go into executive session, full session for the litigation. So if there's any students here, they can come up with the paper sign right after councilman privilege. Okay.
Well, after we adjourn, closed session.
After we go into closed session. Okay, I need a motion to approve the agenda. Okay, got a motion support. Any further? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Approval of the minutes for November 21st. Yes. Mrs. Rowley.
Under presentation, resolution of recognition. I know you didn't read the resolution for Russ Johnson, but we did approve all three.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That noted there, is it? Anything else? Okay, did you motion?
Support.
Okay, good motion support. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Public comment. Anybody like to address the council at this time, other than the ordinances, the one for the ORVs or the one for the sign ordinance? Anything other than that? I'll give you guys time to address those. Nobody? Okay, close public comment. And then we're going to have a public hearing for the ordinance that would allow ORVs within the city limits.
Yeah, just open the public hearing. I mean, I think we've gone over what it is, what it's about. We had a meeting previously that went over all that too, so now is the...
There's so many people here. If you guys can stick to 5 minutes, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, if anybody like to address the council at this time that has to do with the ORVs, you're more than welcome to take the podium, state your name and address, and go forward.
Well, not everybody at once.
Okay. All right.
Virginia Cleffa, 1136 Crystal Lake Boulevard. When I was here at the last meeting with the ORV questions, I asked about the size of cities that comparable to Iron Mountain size that had such an ordinance, and I did not get an answer. I'm wondering if there is an answer to that.
There's a number of them, but I don't know which ones are our size.
Holden, St. Agnes,
They're bigger than us.
Norway.
Who's saying that?
Ed?
Ed? Okay. Who is it? St. Ignace?
Holden, St. Agnes, almost a significant amount of them in UPU.
Or would be the only one that would be comparable size though.
Oh, it's bigger than us.
Yeah, but,
Well, there aren't many.
and I would imagine that King Street will probably be interested in doing this also, combining the two cities.
Yeah, they're 3,300 goes all King Street is compared.
50.
Oh, is it?
5,000.
Oh.
So then you're getting 12,000 people. And that's pretty good size. I noted the letter to the editor in Saturday's paper asking about insurance, and if, and I know the insurance is optional for ORVs. And if there are accidents in the city, why, that's going to create some legal costs for both sides. Our insurance companies, the insurance company of the driver of the vehicle, and then that. And I don't, I don't know whether there could be a part of the ordinance that would require that they have insurance. And then I do want to let the people who are advocates for this ordinance know that I'm not against it. Totally. I understand and sympathize with their wanting to get to the trails readily. My concern is with people just cruising around town because they can.
They can't cruise around town. They can go from point A to point B. Point B is the trail.
Well,
But it's not the ordinance.
the problem with that is what she's getting at is that is the reason behind it, but there's no way to enforce it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the intent.
That's it.
And I would encourage the organizations to encourage their members that is the intent, so that we don't have people cruising around. And I would wonder if, how the police are going to monitor complaints about this, so that it can be reviewed in a fashion, so that they will keep logs of people just calling in to complain, or whether they are going to have to go out and investigate. Because if they investigate somebody who calls and said that an ORV went by too fast, too loud, it happened, and there's not going to be any way to really track that perpetrator. So will there be a log of the calls of complaint, or will there just be a log of
I think that's
the
something
calls
that
of the police?
Nick Ryan should ask if they're probably.
Yeah, but why don't we have, why don't we have him jot these things down?
Yeah. Ed, can you do that, please? I know you're back there. Can you jot your concerns down and maybe address them in a little bit?
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, as I said, I'm not, I understand the purpose of this, but I hope it's not abused.
We're gonna look at it in a year, and if they've been abused, then I'll do something different. Give it a process. Okay, anybody else like to? Yes, counsel? No? Like close public comment or public hearing?
You got one.
Oh, all right, then I'll reopen it.
My name is Dave Holmes, and I live out at W6244 Rock Lake Road. And I have two reasons why tonight I wanted to come to this meeting. And the first one is, obviously, the business that I work for, the work shirt that I have on is Iron Mountain Power Sports. Our business is a lounge business. We're a taxpayer. We employ quite a few people. So it's important for us to keep the momentum going from a business standpoint of selling ATVs, UTVs. And I just want to make mention of this. One of the things that I think is extremely important is that in the UP, we're noted as a recreational area. And many other places that are doing this right now have seen a tremendous amount of growth, not only in the businesses, but in the people utilizing the beautiful assets that we have in the Upper Peninsula. Probably the third thing that I was thinking about is my own parents, one having Parkinson's, the other being quite old, over 80 years old, and having accessibility to the areas like the Rock Dam, and being able to not have to take a trailer and drive the units in a respectable, responsible way, being able to get to a point without trailering strength really to go through the motions of doing that. So I think this would really open up a tremendous amount of beautiful areas that people can go to, that they can enjoy it, whether they're young, middle-aged, elderly. It'll give them an opportunity to really go out and enjoy the UP. And it won't only be in the outer mountain areas, connecting trails and that are being looked at and formulated, like with the Tri-County Snowmobile Club and the UTV Club. There will be I think, a large influx of people for business, and I also believe it'll be good for our community. It'll be a come-to destination that people would really enjoy and love our area, like Uni Lake. And I believe this is important to pass this, not just from a business selfish standpoint, but for the aging population where they like to be able to get out and utilize something that really makes a lot of our areas that were inaccessible for both the young and the old. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm Jeff Friedman, 605 Fifth Street. I'm from Michigan. I'm myself also have been UTV per se. I would just think that most people that do have these units feel as though this would be a privilege to be able to do this. I don't think that they would take it lightly as being able to just use it. As David said, for the older people, I think it'd be really convenient to be able to not have to trailer and go through that extra effort to just have the ability to get on the machine and say take a ride out in the woods or up to camp or wherever you need to go. So I just think this would be a privilege to be able to utilize that for some students. But yeah, keep starting. That's it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Anything else? We're going to close the public hearing. And we have another public hearing. I can go right into it. Let's just go into the ordinance. I do want to hear from Mr. Mattson on questions that we just had addressed. Not asked. Okay.
The question in reference to document is, we get a complaint in our office, we do a field contact on it. It's like a file class, I can go search that, you guys can all see it, I'm up for reports. So to even have Ashley set up a separate file class for that,
What about the insurance then? What's the deal with that? How does that work? Say they cross the road, get in a car accident, they hit somebody's car.
yeah.
Who's going to be responsible for that?
Well, they're at fault, they're at fault. Right now you have mopeds that are on the street without insurance. And we do have, we all pay something, not insurance, but we all pay insurance motors, these kinds of things. They're parts of their loss. And on the off chance you get in an accident with somebody, even with no fault, I don't see it as a big issue. If you hit somebody and you're at fault, and you hit a side by side in another car, you're gonna get sued. I don't see, because it's not required if you're driving down the shoulder of Trader Nightmare. You know what I mean? Just the way it is.
It's not creating an insurance situation.
Right, it's everywhere. I mean, other cities and municipalities that allow it, I'm sure have events and accidents, yes. I think what insurance companies do.
One other point to that, snowmobiles would all over the I guess it'd be the same situation that if somebody tried to jump a 55-mile-an-hour car and didn't make it.
Right. It's the same thing.
It doesn't really be the same thing, it's because Michigan is a no-fault.
Right.
It's the same thing, whether, and your example of the moped is the perfect example,
Right.
where you crash into an uninsured motorist, that's why you
Because
you
there's
as
gonna
the
be,
driver have
there's
your
more
own.
uninsured motorists driving around Iron Mountain right now than you do on.
And if you're at fault,
Do they have Wisconsin plates too?
Some of them do, but Wisconsin does require some insurance.
Yeah, they do.
and the UD10 is gonna cover it, and that's the only document that's gonna be required.
Did that answer your questions there, Mr. Blackwell? Did that answer them, or?
Yeah.
Did we catch 'em all?
It continues to be a concern.
Thank you, Ms.
What
Madison.
have them stay there so when you guys discuss it? Just stay right there.
I'll tell you, I myself personally, I don't have a problem with putting the ORVs on the road because I think it's gonna help the community. In most ways, I haven't gone by my house now, and I know some of the publics are, but they're going by slow enough, so it doesn't bother me. I don't think we're gonna have that problem. Hopefully, we don't have that problem. I know we don't have it now. You haven't given too many complaints on it now, have you?
No, I mean, and even, no, we don't get hardly any now, we know people do it on Main Street. Get some calls, hey, there's an ATV, yeah, because people aren't gonna be aware that they're allowed. Short period of time, those are gonna die right off. Because they're gonna initially call about, there's an ATV. Well, okay, thanks.
And your office is gonna explain to them that we passed an ordinance now that it's
Exactly.
gonna allow everything.
And I don't know if you read the,
Going in the paper this Saturday?
yeah, that,
Yeah.
I want to degrade that part of the paper, but I don't like it if you can't still say the name, but, that's not even allowed per ordinance.
Great.
Doesn't allow that person obviously is not educated at all.
Well, hopefully the public will get educated on this ordinance and we won't have any problems. It's up to like people that sell them.
Right.
They look for people know that, hey, this is the ordinance, and hopefully that everybody that has them is gonna abide by the ordinance, because if we do it, it's a privilege, and it can be taken away at any time. So hopefully they don't abuse it. And that's what I'm hoping is gonna happen. We won't abuse it.
I guess the other thing that I would like to stress is I did receive a call from a constituent today that had concerns that, they were gonna be traveling through the city and that teenagers were gonna be driving these ORVs and side-by-sides, and I reiterated that the ordinance was actually stricter than the vehicle code allowed, and that there shouldn't be teenagers driving these, and I said if that happens, you need to make a phone call. And the response was, why should I be doing law enforcement's job? He said, it's not your job, that's law enforcement's job, you have to make that phone call. And then the other concern was that they were going to cross it, well, again, going to be driving on the bike path, so again, you need to make that phone call so that these things don't happen. So I'm just encouraging citizens that if there is an issue with a violation with an ORV or an ATV or a side-by-side, that please call the police so that these calls, can be taken care of. It's not gonna fall on deaf ears. The police will take your call and go out and do their job.
It's all posted online. It'll be posted online if we approve this. And the business can go online and they can print it off and post it. And so can the different clubs
I would
also.
imagine like the hotels would probably want it too, 'cause that's the.
And it's the driver's responsibility to know the city's ordinance as well.
And through the word of mouth, I mean, there's a lot more other than people here. They aren't out here just because they like it. I think 85%.
Just seeing them.
Other than, word of mouth, people are gonna learn and they're gonna know what they can and can't do. And like I said, it's on the website. Anybody wants to read all of our ordinances, which are great reading, go to unicodes.com. You can pull up City of Iron Mountain and read every ordinance. Cats, poultry, you name it.
George, you had posted the ordinance on the website for review by the public.
Yeah, it was,
Did you receive any
I received 0 phone calls. I don't think the clerk received any, negative or positive. We did talk to Dr. Fleppa earlier today. She had been there. We answered a couple questions. That was probably the only person I talked to about it was this afternoon.
Mr. Hanson, how about yourself? Have
The
you-
only contacts I've had have been positive. People that have asked me, approached me, or even Mr. Freeman called the office today. Talk a little bit. Mr. Freeman.
Which one?
The elder,
Which one?
the senior. So, yeah, I've had no negative calls thus far.
I share the concern with kids, being on them and driving them inappropriately, but again, a few phone calls to Iron Mountain PD or the appropriate law enforcement agency, and I believe that would end rapidly. I don't think that would continue.
Who's liable? I mean, as far as,
Wait, you get it from me.
Well, we're not-
I know that, I'll let him ask the question.
I'm just curious to know if a 15-year-old driving it.
No.
Are the parents,
They ain't driving it. Because if I remember
Well,
right.
no, he's
Well, I think
saying
they
the
do.
15-year-old.
Oh, they do.
Parents
Oh.
can be cited if I'm not mistaken, they're allowing their doing
That would end up in probate court.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it says.
So you get to see that.
Yeah. Okay, anything else further? I'll make the motion, we go ahead and okay the ORV ordinance. Do you have a motion to support? Any more questions or concerns? No? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it.
Okay, now that you passed it, just to be clear, it doesn't take effect for 30 days. Doesn't mean tomorrow you can start zipping around.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
30 days to
And I believe 30 days from when it's published. Is it 30 days from when it's published or adopted? Adopted, okay. So
And I-
technically would not take effect until, oh no, they're gonna be going 25 or
No
less.
sitting.
There's no going 25 or less allowed tomorrow, it's in 30 days.
30 days.
And this, just a reminder, we're going to review this.
Absolutely.
We're going to review this in a year. Correct. So those of you who realize that it is something new and it's a privilege,
Yeah, it is 50.
we're going to have to spend on you to educate a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And if there's
After-
issues-
No, that's because of, Jerry, there's an error in that. Should they go back and make a motion to correct that? This as printed says 15 days, but that wasn't changed. Ours is 30. I know our ordinance is
Yeah,
30.
positive is 30.
Yeah, that needs to be, we need to cross that out.
And just because
Yeah,
ours
because
overrides it.
Our,
Okay.
our charter will, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to redo the motion.
No, no.
30 days after publication or after adopted? I thought it already said adopted.
My recollection is every time there's been an ordinance, it's after it's adopted.
That's what I thought.
Either way, it's going to be within a day or two. and we'll
You
figure
can find
that
it in
out.
about 2 seconds. He goes that book backwards and forward.
Falling apart. Go to your youth book,
Make his money back. Actually, you know what? We don't have to.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah. You guys just want to hang on before a little while and we can find it and we can let everybody know so everybody's on the same page. I'll move on.
30 days after adoption.
Okay.
You just be-
All right. There it is, 30 days after adoption. So 30 days from tonight. All right, moving on.
No, hold the public hearing for the
Now hold a public hearing for a sign ordinance. I'll open it up to concerns. No? I'll close the sign ordinance. And then we'll go into consideration of adopting sign ordinance for next. Let's try it, Master.
Yeah, as we discussed last time, it was just to make the signs match the speed zone, as recommended by the Michigan sign book. We kept it a little smaller than what they had, just because it seemed a little excessive on the electronic part of it, but this should satisfy some of the requests we had, and it'll make it match better with what's readable for different sizes of sign. It was 12 square feet, 25 to 39 miles an hour, 24 square feet, 40 to 54 miles an hour, and 36 square feet, 55 or higher.
What's your pleasures? Okay, motion support, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, approval of payment for our truck equipment insurance.
We had budgeted $49,910 to rebuild plug truck number 81, which was a 4x4. After they took it apart, there was some savings because one of the frames didn't have to be replaced. It was a double frame, and one of the frames was in good condition, so it did have to be replaced. And they had quoted it if it was to be replaced, and a couple other items there. So the total bill only came to $37,571.35. And we have the truck, and it looks good, and I recommend to pay that $37,571.35.
Need a motion to approve bidding,
So moved.
Support.
okay, motion support. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, civil service appointment, Mr. Steve Harris.
He's on the City Civil Service Commission currently. His term expired. He's interested in serving another term. Look to appoint him for another term, and then also we still are looking for one more member.
On what side?
City.
City side?
Yeah.
Why did somebody?
I don't know.
Quit?
I didn't.
He's on police. He's on police.
Oh.
This is city. We've had a long
It's a long-standing.
vacancy on that.
So he still needs one other person?
One more. If this appointment was made, we still need one more. Correct.
All right. Need a motion to approve Steve, if not, Steve. So move.
Support.
Motion support. All in favor, signify by aye. Yes, ayes have it. Approval of retainage reduction for, I believe it's Spockwood.
Yeah, this is for the Crystal Lake Boulevard utility job that we had. The current retainer is $21,411.75. There's one thing that needs to be corrected over there. There's a drainage issue to the west of Our Savior's Lutheran on Crystal Lake Boulevard, and we looked at it late, and it was like October-ish, and we decided that let's just leave it like it is, fix it in the spring, so that just to make it easier, weather's warmer, the hot mix is warmer, everything will go in better. The estimate is about $2,500 to $3,000 to fix that, and they'd asked for a reduction of $7,773.13, which would still leave us a $13,638.62 retainer. So we have more than enough to cover ensuring that that's fixed.
Brian, can I ask a question about this? If drainage is a problem, will that be a problem in the spring for them?
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be, but we'll fix it.
But you know what, actually, that's a benefit, because on the spring, you'll be able to see exactly where it's dropping.
Yeah, they'll mill it out and fix it.
I'll make the motion, go ahead and pay Baca with $7,773.13. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. We have no financial reports tonight. City managers report.
Deer harvest numbers, they were the same as last time. They're still at 50, but now some hunters are back out again after the firearm season was complete. Couple hires that are coming up here. Brian Whitty is hired in our public works department. Mike Barlow will be retiring in January. And the police department, Detective Lieutenant Mooney is retiring, and we offered employment to Ben Hellman. Both of those names came off of our list that we have. All were already interviewed and ranked. So they're in the process of getting ready for that. They're both are conditional offers of employment. They have to complete their initial screenings and all that other stuff. But then if all those go well, they'll start sometime around those dates I have mentioned. One thing I forgot to write on here, and I just talked to Kyle earlier about it, is the commercial rehab district that we were talking about. I sent you an email and forwarded that to the county on the 22nd to get their feedback. I had asked for a couple weeks, which we're at that couple week mark, so I will follow up to see, because I haven't heard anything yet, what's going on with that. So I'll check and get back to you on that. Other than that, I think that's everything I have, unless there's any questions.
I don't know if you guys seen the paper on Saturday about the tax villages. And Iron Malt was, we didn't raise our tax millage at all compared to all the rest of the city. Did you guys see that?
Overall, we went up to what, 25?
Yeah, that was because it's 901 millage.
Right.
But that was the only thing, it wasn't no city.
No, I was very happy to
functions.
see that myself.
Yeah, I gotta commend all our staff and Jordan. Just also too, it was a big part in budgeting, you know. And I thought that was good because we're lower than, well, we didn't have to raise them like all the rest of the cities had to raise them. Especially cities that were trying to consolidate services with, some of them. So, maybe they'll start looking at it and saying, geez, you know what, maybe we are on the right track and maybe you should try to work with us a little bit, you know?
Well,
And
as
same
long as
thing,
we're on that subject.
same thing with the county part.
As long as
with-
we're on that subject, Jordan, I asked you specifically last meeting, I wanted an answer referencing the possibility of meeting with Houston.
Yeah.
And talk about.
Yeah, I talked about it, and I
Are
just,
they interested in meeting with us?
I think where the duties of the position that they have don't make it conducive to combining with ours, because it has more duties than ours would. A fuller range of duties that are covered by what the position that we have to do does.
I guess we should be glad we're not trying to do
That's right.
So anyway, I just wanted to bring up during your things, I want to commend you and the staff. Because I think it was a good feather in everybody's hat that we don't have to raise taxes and we're doing good. And we'll see, right, one year
at a time.
When do we, next month is when is the auditor?
Next.
Next. That's all I have. Anybody else have something to say?
You took me off the auditor report. That's,
So you're already planning on going to be absent?
I've looked at
Poor cavalry. All right, anybody else have anything regarding?
Don't tell the students
All right, moving on. Well, we already got the city manager report.
City attorney.
City attorney, excuse me. Okay, committees, any committees met, eh?
What's gone for most of those meetings?
Yeah.
They're not most of it, but.
Okay, public comment, anybody like to address the council at this time? Anything? No? All right, council member privilege. Ms. Liz?
Nothing.
Mrs. Molly? Mr. Weaver?
Yeah,
Mr. McCoy.
I do have. I have a question that maybe Jordan can help. Because I can't be the only one that sits here that wonders when I ask about the possibility of cost sharing on issues with our neighbors. Am I wrong to ask that? Or is there a way that we can find out the public's opinion?
I guess it's always right to ask it, it's a matter of how do you get to that first step of something that.
You know what? That's why I continue to ask.
Right.
Because, you know, hate to be corny, but any journey begins with the first step, right?
Right.
And if it's to the point where, you know, I was happy to see that we didn't have to raise our millage in the city of Iron Mountain. But the truth is, you know, we're one bad decision away from having a tight budget, right?
Oh, and not even our own bad decision.
Exactly.
Somebody else's bad decision.
Something, it may have nothing at all to do with us, but
Right.
we're in a position to have to react to it. So I'm wondering, I mean, the days when
when you thought that you could be able to stand alone without help. I mean, our budget is healthy. The city of Iron Mountain is healthy. But budgets are budgets.
Yeah, right.
And it just kills me that here we are with a population of less than 12,000 people, and we can't bring a group together to sit down and look at what some common sense cost sharing would be. I mean, this.
The adage for a lot of years is that we're always trying to balance our backs on everybody else. And maybe with some of the things like those villages that you're seeing now, that there'll be more pressure to, you know.
But don't tell me that you yourself don't wonder what the public's opinion is. But you know who we never hear from? Is the public. We never hear from the public on this issue. Now, hey, I commend Bill Verrett and the crew of people that he got together when he brought up the issue and spent money out of his own pocket to fund a study whether or not the school systems should consolidate. But let me give you one success story that took place while I was there as a board of on the Board of Education. And that is the creation of a consolidated business office.
Right.
So here we are, the city of Iron Mountain, and a bunch of people, and all of this can be done through attrition. But here we continue to hire our own, and they hire their own, to do something that would be cheaper for both parties if they just combine. And this isn't rocket science.
Can I interrupt you a second?
Sure.
Just throw my 2 cents in and 3 cents in. You know, I was I'm still on the consolidated committee, okay? And we tried working with another city. And they refused to work with us. And their budget was going downhill at that time. They still refused to work with us. So, you know, their thing was that they weren't going to carry Iron Mountain, which was kind of funny at the time. And I think it would have made a big difference in their budget, and of course it would have made a big difference in our budget, because we're talking $800,000, $600,000 savings a year for both sides. Well, until councils change in some areas, I don't think we're going to get it to this.
Well, you know, you might be right.
You know that?
But I will tell you this.
It's up to the people in that town to pressure.
And the people of the city of Iron Mountain, and in our case, our neighbor Kingsford, the public has got to sit down and think about it, and they've got to begin to weigh in on this subject. Because unless they do, nothing is going to change. Nothing.
Kingsford mills went up 2 mills this time. Ours went up 0.5, and that was just because of 911. I'm sure 911 went up 0.5 for them.
0.5 of theirs would have been that.
Would have been that too, so 1.5, you know. I don't know what else. I think the police and fire pension went up. I think that's what
I mean, I guess what I look at is, how difficult is it to get reasonably intelligent people from a couple of communities to sit down? We might even be able to talk Jordan into buying a pot of coffee. But just talking about what we don't even know what areas we could even consider coffee sharing.
A consolidated coffee pot?
Whatever. I'll start anyway.
Wanted it at the light pole by Kyle's there, right on the corner?
Well, you know, we bought a $500,000 truck. Kingsford bought, what, $350,000 truck? You know, we probably could have did with both towns, probably could have made it with one truck. You know, plus had the backups. You know, somebody, or both of us could probably save $200,000.
And here we sit down here, and this is kind of my point. Here we sit here, and I can remember the fight we had last year over finding money to repave a tennis court. There wasn't any money to repave a tennis court. Why? Because we continue to do exactly what we've been doing. I came here in 1979. I'll be quite honest
Don't
with
say
you.
we.
I scratched my head in 1979, our community, a double community this size, why is there's so much duplication of services? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's what you need to write in the newspaper. No, I'm not kidding you. It's time for the people to say something.
Well, I think that's it, Bill. And, you know, I think that the people speak when they vote at the ballots every couple of members. And unfortunately, there's not the kind of movement on that side of the street, which is, let's call it what it is. This council, for the most part, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know that several of us would definitely like to seriously consider consolidating measures and cost-saving measures. It makes sense. I know that when you talk to people within the community, it seems like a no-brainer. Obviously, when you see, you know, once you get into the minutia of it, there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to have to wrestle with. Who gets to keep what? You know, at what point, who gets what? Can we do it all through attrition? But being able to give some kind of solid numbers behind that populace, that unspoken, undefined populace that believes that that's the direction both communities should go, I think is very important as maybe the first step. And so we haven't been able to find any great way of surveying the community. We tried it with our Parks and Rec plan, we tried it with various other things. Being able to get kind of an unadulterated, accurate look at who the community feels one way versus another, very, very different. It seems strange, considering how like your share of Facebook posts. But it's true. But I would agree with you, is that we need to start moving the needle on this thing, because it's not just our budget this year or next year. With the kind of unfunded liabilities and other things that we have going in the future, being able to address things as soon as possible is going to make us more viable as two communities moving forward. And I don't know if it's just pure the idea of autonomy or the fear of all of a sudden becoming one, you know, municipality or what the heck is the word? I can't speak to
It's the football games.
Right, I mean, and I can't speak to that, but it's definitely something that we need to address, and I think it would be important for the citizens of Iron Mountain, citizens of Kingsburg to know that many of those of us on Iron Mountain side feel strongly about consolidating services across cities.
We don't have to consolidate towns, but we can consolidate, you know, different services, like you said. We worked with them for months on police and fire services, and we were doing it by attrition. So nobody would be losing their jobs, everybody would keep what they got, they would just go forward. But as they retired, you know, it would be authority, was what we were looking at that time. Police and fire authority, you know, and it would have worked. I strongly believe it would have been a great thing for both Iron Mountain and Kingsford. I mean, like I said, Kingsford had to raise their millages, and to be honest, I'm not sure exactly where their millages was raised at, but I know for sure .5 was one of them, just like ours was. But then that was it for us, but they still went 1.5 over ours. 1.799 total, so 1.2 all, 299, yeah. So, you know, you know, and I wish they'd come back on the table and work with us on it. This police and fire consolidation, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, we got fire departments sitting there waiting for a fire, and Kingsford's got people sitting there waiting for a fire, and
You know
why
what,
are they
Bill?
paying all this big money, you know? I like to see our taxes go down to 30 mils, you know, rather than what are we at, 42, 44?
43.9.
Yeah, you know, so.
And I would agree with you, but the truth is, maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't look at the golden nugget, which is police and fire, the actual. Because the truth is, there are a lot of smaller things that we can do as two communities. If we can sit down and figure out what they are, I don't care if it saves us $10,000. It's $10,000 we can put somewhere else.
See, some things we can't do, like the back truck, because we talked
And
about
I
that.
understand that, and you know, after you're talking to the DPW superintendent, I understand that. But here again, here we are. You say that, well, the difference is what their DPW superintendent does from what ours did. Okay. But don't tell me we don't have people in this town smart enough to figure out a way so it works for everybody. So we're both not hiring another guy to do essentially the same job. But my feeling, again, and I'm gonna shut up because you're getting tired of listening. The public has got to weigh in. They've got to start telling us exactly how they feel. Otherwise, we just continue to bump into the same walls we've been bumping into for years. Okay, Chair, I'm done.
Thank you.
You know what, I get so disgusted that
That was his privilege, yeah, I'm not going back to him. Tyler's next.
Just wanted to make sure that on the next agenda, we have a resolution to pursue the improvements that we laid out in NEC.
Yeah, I think we'll take care of that.
Okay. And then I think at the end of last meeting, we talked about evaluating some of the ordinance changes that are coming out of the planning commission right now, including the establishment of the downtown zone district. And,
I want to get something together this next 2 weeks now and talk about those ones we had. Some of those, frankly, maybe ones that we may want to package up as part of the assistance, like the changes to the parking, the district and all that. You know, we do this resolution, we have somebody come in and at least they could review them and make sure we're not missing something within those. Might not be a bad idea on that. But we can talk about that too. Okay.
Yes, I don't have nothing, I already said my piece.
you got to compare next month.
Next week. All right, I need a motion to adjourn and go into closed session. Yeah, I got a motion support, all in favor, signify by aye.
No,
Aye.
roll call.
Roll call, sorry, yeah, roll call.
Member Molly, Allison Grady.
Yes.
Lopez, List, Greenwood.
Okay.
And there just should be mentioned, there could be possible action taken after we come out of closed session. Just for anybody that want to stick around.
The students wanna come up and get their paper signed, you can right now.